Dear brothers and sisters, welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to talk about the deep pain of the divine masculine. I'd like to share the bigger truth, you could say, about why is the separation happening from the divine masculine perspective, why is he running away or creating space, and share from my own personal experience with twin flames. So whoever is following me so far knows my story in general. I won't get into the particulars. I have started to experience or got into this relationship about, it was 2018, now we are 2025. And we have gone through a lot of separations, coming back, separating, coming back, separating. But what I've realized recently this entire journey has been brought up to the surface again, since there was a twist in the plot, you could say, and it caused me to create distance from my divine feminine, from my twin. And this hurts me. This truly hurts me, creating that space and creating distance. And I'd like to share this today, and why did I chose that. So what I've noticed is, a little background story. I've noticed that we are going into that experience of twin flames. We actually experience both polarities. Now, you may listen to other people speak about that. There are coaches over there that speak about the divine masculine, the divine feminine, but then they tell you that we all have masculine and feminine within ourselves, which is true. We all have that polarity, because masculine and feminine is, you could say, a stage before the development into male and female, and then into the physicality of it, of the physicality expression of it, which makes me look like a man and others look like women, right? So the core energetic substance, you could say, is consists of both plus and minus. Both the masculine, which is the plus going out, and the feminine, which is the minus going inwards. And since we all, either man and woman, we all have both polarities within us, that is just makes sense that we will go through the experience feeling both sides, experiencing both sides, maybe even switching roles. And do check my last video about that, where I told my personal story, how I switched roles. I started quite the masculine in the relationship, but then I switched the role. I went into more the feminine polarity of it, being the chaser, getting more inwardly. I wasn't the one stepping away from the relationship. And I did notice during the relationship, which is, as I said, about almost 7 years now, that there were times where I was the one feeling, okay, I need the space. I am frustrated with how things going on. I'm frustrated with this, getting closer, going separately, which is the runner chaser. And I chose to step back. And then my twin was, so to say, the chaser. So we have switched roles in this relationship several times. And generally, I've noticed that I'm more looking into the feminine aspect, trying to understand that, because this is my wound that goes back to my childhood and my mother, which is still influencing me, which is the general thing that I have to deal with. I also have to deal with the masculine and whatever it is that I had with my father and, with male society. But for me, the most dominant aspect of it, or the most dominant wound, or the challenge, was with the feminine. And through that, trying to understand my masculinity. And now, after there was this twist in the plot in my own relationship with my twin, I have found that I am more the one that wants to create space. And I'm stepping backwards, so to say, or let's say I'm not moving forward with where she is moving now. And this brought me again to this understanding that we switch roles, and each of us needs to rebalance this within ourselves, because we are both masculine and feminine within. And each side plays a different role in the same story, right? And then we express this actually in physical reality, that we play the same side, or the different sides to the same stories. But in the end, we need to balance this inside of us and make the expression that is closest to balance. And I say closest to, because in this physical form I did choose to be masculine dominant, meaning the male, and therefore I have certain roles. But coming back to this choice that I made, that I wanted to share with you, why did I make the choice to step now back, or not moving forward, not pushing anymore, not being with myself, creating distance, even getting cold on my twin, like saying, I want space, I don't want to have to, I leave the communication channel open, this is what I said, but I choose distance. The reason I did that was mainly because I've noticed that because of jealousy, I have the power to hurt her. She is moving in with her new committed partner, as she says. We have mutual children, and that hurts me. And this is something that I have to deal with and not project to her. And I've noticed that if I am not going to create distance, if I'm still going to be involved in, especially in the next couple of weeks, couple of months maybe, then I'm just going to hurt myself. And by hurting myself, I'm going to hurt her, and maybe even the children, because there's a jealousy part in there, a frustrated part that wanted to create that family together, that wanted to be united with my twin. And then on the other side, there is a part of me that sees the larger picture and says, wow, this is great that she is moving forward, that she creates something special for her and for the children, that she found love maybe. So there is that side that can seize it all and can respect that, and then there's this physical, very human, probably even egoistical side that gets hurt from that. And when I'm getting hurt, then, or when we are getting hurt as human, then we have a tendency to project it, to put it outwards, and then to hurt other people. And I don't want that. I don't want to hurt her. I don't want to hurt the children in any way. So I need to create a space so I can balance this out in myself, so I can master my own emotions, my own feelings, my own lack, right? And really get into that notion that there is the unity already exists within me, even if it doesn't seem that it exists on the outside, it exists within me. Find it, stabilize it, and master that. And this is the true pain that I feel is for the masculines, for the divine masculines out there, because we are not able to express feelings. All males out there, especially in the Western society, have been subjected to suppress their feelings by the society, even in their own family. And the reasons might be the reasons. I'm not going to get into that in this video. Reasons are clear also to most of us. Thing is that masculine don't understand the world of feelings, which is something that the feminine is way more accustomed to. Neither understand it nor express it. We are being subjected to believe that expressing feelings is not good for us. And of course we can harm when we express certain feelings, right? We can harm others. So that creates a tendency by the male to go away, to vanish, to disappear, to create space. That masculinity cannot deal with the intensity of the feelings, and probably inwards, inside, he understands, or she, right, that polarity of, on one way I'm hurting myself because I cannot deal with all those feelings, and on the other hand I am inclined to hurt the people that I love because I'm unstable inside, because I don't know how to deal with this, because I don't really understand feelings. And that's a key thing, because we cannot understand feelings, or let's say we cannot logic feelings, right? That's the polarity between feelings and understanding. Now the word understanding on itself is very beautiful actually. It says, it means to stand under, right? It means to be subjugated to bow down, to surrender to something that is bigger than me. This is what it means to stand under. And this is where our true power stands with, is when we learn to give in and submit ourselves to something bigger. When we learn to actively surrender to what it is. So the masculine needs to actively surrender to the feminine, and the feminine needs to surrender to the masculine. And again, this is first an inward thing. This is for every person by itself. May he be male, a man, may she be female or a woman. That bowing to each other, that mutual surrendering needs to happen first within, and that requires inner work. And this is then my sharing with you guys for today. I wrote some things down. Yeah, it's not wanting to hurt each other, right? This is the general what it is that we are coming to the understanding of. I don't want to hurt the people that I love, that I truly love. I am willing to lose them, but not to hurt them. I don't want to lose them, but if I notice that by not losing them, by trying to hold on to them, then I'm hurting them and I'm hurting myself, then I'm willing to let that go. I'm willing to let those people that I love, that I truly love, go, so I don't get to hurt them. That is really profound. And I wish all of you divine feminines over there to understand this about the divine masculine. Maybe even you are a divine masculine, maybe even you are a male out there that is experiencing that, and please know that this is what is actually happening, and it's okay. It's okay. Nobody showed us how to deal with emotions and what feelings are truly all about. This is the journey, or at least part of it. Thank you for being a part of this channel. If you like this, like, share, subscribe. It helps the channel. It keeps us connected. I'll be in touch with more of these personal stories. See you next time.